Hey guys, today I will be reviewing this Kotobukiya ARTFX J statue of Izuku Midoriya, Deku from My Hero Academia. This is a fairly substantially sized box, bigger than I was expecting for this PVC statue, and I will stay tuned. I will integrate in or put some photos of this out of the packaging, edited into this video, like either at the end of the video or during the video, so stay tuned for that. You might think that I would have been smart enough to cut the tape on this, like, prior to shooting this video, since, you know, I'm half blind, but in fact, I was not. So I'm gonna try to do that now. Wow, look at how easily I was able to cut that. I'm like an ace. Okay, so I'm cutting away the different pieces of tape so that I'll be able to open this up. I might be recycling this box because it's way too big, I think, but this is a version 2 of Izuku Midoriya from Kotobukiya, because when they did the first version of this character in their My Hero Academia line, it kind of sucked. Deku was just standing there. I think it was a great likeness. He kind of had his fists up, he was like, grr, but like, it wasn't very action-packed, it wasn't very fun. I didn't think the likeness was great. So I'm going to bust this out. It's a giant box here. Oh, it's a big-ass box for PVC. But I've seen bigger. So I'm gonna pull that out, and what have I got here behind me? This is just it just says Izuku Midoriya, My Hero Academia, and there's like a stone wall or something in the background. But you know, that box is likely to be recycled, so that is irrelevant. But here within this giant plastic clamshell, we have the actual PVC figure. Am I going to be able to open this, or is there tape somewhere on this? I can't tell yet. I guess we're going to find out. Oh, there's definitely tape here that I can't see, but I can kind of force off as I'm trying to open this, so we might be okay. Is that instructions? There are instructions at the bottom of this clamshell that I didn't expect for my PVC figure that does not have any light up functions or anything like that. So that's sort of weird, but let me see, what do I have here? What do I have here? Where do these open? Okay, I think this is sealed by a piece of tape up here. I don't know if this is going to tell me anything really interesting, because I never expect to have any problems assembling my PVC figure. Oh, it's just one sheet of instructions, front, no back, and it shows how you push in like the energy effects, the crackling like energy around Midoriya when he goes on this base, but this is not useful to me yet because I don't actually have Midoriya out of this clamshell. So let me continue to work on trying to get this open. It would be helpful if I could see these pieces of tape that are sealing this, but in fact, I really can't until I can feel them and know that they're there. All right, so now I can peel this figure out and I can see what's going on. I can see that there's another level to the packaging, which is why this box was so thick. Midoriya comes wrapped up inside of some, you know, plastic bag-like clear material in order to keep him safe and in order to keep him from getting scratched up. So let me set him down, and then I will throw this plastic material over there on the ground. And then I can close this back up. And apparently there was some probably back that I did not see that was holding all this other shit. Let me get this out. The dangers of not being able to see and having limited dexterity are causing some issues, but I'm still going to get this out. I'm intending to do so without having to edit this video, so let's hope for the best. All right, so here's a sheet of just some effects piece and things like that. This little piece of crackling energy is connected to a rock. So is this one, so is this one. This one's not. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of energy effects that are going to have to ultimately be attached to Deku. And this sheet of translucent stuff is also sealed with pieces of tape that I can't see. So I guess maybe I am going to have to do that cut so that you don't have to watch me struggle with this for several minutes. And I will try to put this together. All right, be right back. Okay, So I'm glad that I did that video edit cut, because as it turns out, it took me about half an hour of blood, sweat, and tears. Well, there wasn't any blood. I'm not sure if there were any tears, but there was definitely some sweat. It's rather hot. And I was able to get these 6 electrical effects pieces into this Deku figure. For a PVC, this has a good amount of heft to it. Deku is permanently attached to this stone base, which is fine because he's in this crazy dynamic kicking pose, and he would not really be able to stand around without the base anyway. Let's see, is there anything on the bottom of this base? No. Let's see here. So Deku is caught in his shoot style doing a charged up kick. He's got 6 pieces of electricity, 2 coming off his feet, 2 coming off his legs, 1 coming off his hood, and where's the last one coming off of? Because there are 6. Well, I can't see that very well, but you can probably see it. I do like this likeness on Deku. I was surprised that his head pops off so easily because there are no Changeo head elements unless you purchase the Kotobukiya US exclusive, or maybe like Ami Ami or something in Asia had their own exclusive with a different head. But I was okay with the standard head, which I thought was nice. The paint apps on this look nice. There's a good amount of shading on his back and things like that. He's got details on his costume, on his gauntlets. There's lining and stripes. I think his head sculpt looks really good. The electricity effects, I was not wild about how difficult they were to put on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I put all 6 on? Nope. Looks like I actually didn't put one of them on yet, because I can see that this arm does not have an electrical effect on it. But I can see that there are these 2 like boxes over here. So this is good. So I can demonstrate how you are supposed to attach these effects pieces. Here it is with a rock attached. So let me take this and I will turn Deku around here, and I'll see if I can easily attach this one, which thankfully has the pegs in a very easy to see place. With my visual problems, it was not easy for me to attach those other pieces at all, but I think these ones, nope, these are not in right. Well, I also did not look at this diagram to see where these were supposed to go, so it won't be too big of a surprise that I've gotten it wrong. No, I really think I had this turned properly when these didn't plug in. All right, so you can watch me trying to plug these in. I don't want to touch the rest of the figure because I don't want to push out those other effects. I'm not wild about the way that these effects pieces are removable. I would have much preferred that they had done, that Koto had done this the way that Bandai Tamashii does with their Figure Art Zero figures, which is just making the electricity and energy effects permanent attachments, so you don't have to worry about touching him and having them come flying off. The one attached to his hood actually did fall off on me while I was doing the assembly. Probably my fault, but I still didn't like it, and I'm going to complain. How does this go on here? And you can see this is a little bit fiddly. Because all of these electrical effects do look very similar, I had to look very carefully at the instructions to see how this was going to go on for the other 5 pieces. And because I can't see, I didn't notice until I started taping that I was missing this last one being attached. I have supreme confidence that it is going to eventually attach, whether I get it on right now in this video or not. And it is leaning towards not, because I don't want to keep fucking around with this thing while I'm trying to talk about this figure. I did want a Deku for a really long time. I didn't want to wait anymore. And once I saw that this was available on Amazon for an okay price of like $130-ish shipped, I was okay with getting him. Am I really going to be able to attach this? I'm not altogether sure. I might have to stop and look at the diagram, which I was trying to avoid doing. This should be super, super easy, but when you cannot see the pegs and you can't really see the holes, it makes it a lot more difficult. So let me do one quick cut so that I can attach this last energy piece. Okay, be right back. All right, so after much toil and trouble and plenty of swearing, I was able to get this last electrical effect onto Deku. This actually turned out to be the hardest one, just because of the way that it had to be positioned on his arm in order for it to actually attach. This PVC figure ended up being a lot of difficulty in assembly for me in particular, but I think most people won't have too much trouble with it. The quality is here. It's got a lot of heft to it. I think the energy effects look very good and very cool. I like that he has so many of them, even though they caused me so much trouble. I think the pose is great. The details like the treads on the boots and the shading on his pouches and his back and things like that are great. The shaping of the hair is tremendous. Like, I think this is a really good figure of Deku. Is it worth like $130 or whatever I paid for this on Amazon? I mean, it's a good size. Like, it is a PVC. PVC prices are going up. Like, I think it's fine. Like, I can give this a recommend. I also have the Sume Ikigai Midoriya mini statue up for order, which I don't expect to get for another year or two because, you know, Sume takes their sweet time getting anything out. But until then, like, I think that this is a good holdover. I like the pose, the quality is good, the paint is good, the effects are nice. I don't love the assembly. I understand why they didn't want to, you know, ship it out with all these delicate looking little plastic pieces being attached to them already. And for most people, it wouldn't be too much trouble. But for me, like, it was a lot of trouble. I kind of wish they'd gone the Bandai route, but they didn't. That's really my only complaint, though. If you can get the version with the extra head and you prefer the extra head, that's available on the Kotobukiya US shop and presumably somewhere else internationally. I think some light up effects might have been good here, but if it kept the price to only like $130, I can live without that. But here's Deku. He took me much longer to assemble than I had expected. I thought I was just going to pull him out of the box, but I like him a lot, and I may get the upcoming Bakugo to go with him. I don't think I'm going to want Hawks. I guess anything's possible, but I'm just not that big of a Hawks fan. So anyway, here is Deku. I think this is a pretty cool figure, probably overpriced for what it is, but high quality PVC pricing is going up. And I can give him a recommend. You've seen how he goes together. You've seen his ginormous box, and hopefully you know if this figure's for you. If you have any questions, want other angles, photos, anything like that, just leave a comment, whatever, hit me up, and I am there to help you. Okay, that's all I've got to say about this ARTFX J Kotobukiya My Hero Academia Deku Izuku Midoriya figure. All right.